Controversial thoughts right off the bat, because I know people often only check out the beginning of a video. Is deranking fine? Is deranking fine in special cases? I believe it is, and I deranked for this event. Now the questions you gotta ask yourself is, do you have to be a masochist to qualify for those rewards we are given in those events? Like, I would have to probably play at, I don't know, let's say Legendary 200. And then play with cards that are level 1 and level 2, or I can maybe only put in Pirate Ship Timmy in this case and Stand of Many Moons, and then get only 2 points per win. Which would mean that I would have to win 130 games while crippling myself at a weekend. Where, of course, most of us are still young, we're doing other stuff on the weekend.
You're a little bit lucky.
So what I did, I deranked to about 4,500 on the legendary rank, and well, I gave away 3 points for all the other peoples while doing so. When I arrived at 4,500, something like that, I didn't stomp people, but it was a pretty fair match, with me winning more than losing. To be true, that's the truth, yeah. I'd say like a 65% win rate at the beginning, and of course it slowed down when I was reaching like 2000 again. It would get slower.
Whoa, nice rare.
So I know there's a lot of hate about deranking out there, but in my opinion, like, the only thing I truly believe in is numbers and boobs, of course. But numbers, most of it. And well, when I only win like 65% of the games, but derank like a lot of free wins for other people, and those being 3 phone free wins, I believe overall I do at least the grinding people a favor. The people who grind for the points themselves, they either might get beaten faster because I have my few strong cards. Oh, Bandito head already, nice. Because I have my few strong cards, amazing Randy, on my first hand and can kinda rush them, and then they give up and the game is over in 40 seconds. Or I give them 3 wins, well, which they then end in 40 seconds. So I do a deranker like that does definitely speed up the process. However, there is this one case, now since I'm 30 cash, 3,600 coins, nice. There's this one circumstance, which I would call it, which is a problem in deranking, and that is the bottom of Legendary. Because those guys, they are probably suffering anyway. If they have to imagine, you already have a big problem to win games in the legendary bracket, since there is no longer the facing of silver shields. Imagine then that you have to cripple yourself. So that would suck if you then meet me, for example, with my level 6 Sally and level 5 Calamity Haiti and Butters and Kenny still in my deck. So here's a little shout out to you guys who derank like me for events like this that cripple your deck and cripple your fun. Oh, a crying baby outside. Don't derank at this point, you know? If you derank to 5,000 of legendaries, there are people that can definitely hold their own and have a win rate of 50%, which is just logically what you end up with if you're at the rank you belong. So don't derank to like 7,600 and meet the poor suffering people. Just consider their feelings at this point. And I guess those are my general points about deranking.
Rare, that's it.
However, well, we gotta talk about the silver shields as well, or even crazier people deranking in the in the brown shields with like really strong decks. This might be a tougher one, because in those ranks people are still yeah, kind of grinding. They have the passion to maybe get into legendary or reach Silver Shield 45 to get forward. But even at those places, guys, what I've always said in my past gaming experience, when I, for example, in League of Legends, people were like, "Oh my god, I only get those feeders." Shut up! You don't only get those feeders. You just remember the feeders in your team, and you don't remember the feeders in the enemy team. Because if you have 5 enemies, 5 of them can be feeders. If you're not a feeder yourself, only 4 people in your team can be feeders. And if you play enough games, those numbers add up in your favor. Unless you're a feeder yourself. And in the case of Silver Shields, if they actually drop below 45, they will give away more free wins, because when they climb back up until 45, they get 2 stars for every win, while only losing 1 star for a lose. So in case of this hurting new players, or players who just want to fight at their best, in their cases they actually benefit from it in the long run. There's just now the whole other side of it, which probably is average guy's point, or some other people's point, that it hurts the gaming experience overall. Meaning, well, we're not playing the game serious anymore. We're just grinding. We're just grinding for the progress. We're just grinding for those PvP tickets. People are grinding for the lockers. Yeah, opening those lockers 30s a day. That's just grind. That's no longer the experience of playing the game in a nice competitive manner. And to be honest, with friendly battles out, this is where the competitiveness is at. Shout out to the Mercenary team for hosting a great tournament. It just ended. I really wanna give you guys a shout out to check out the battles of Nielserp, sorry, who beat me and Yvrain. Those quarterfinals were some crazy matchups. Holy shit. Like, those were intense matches. They had to play about, I don't know, much more than the 5 planned games. Sir Nippler, by the way, not Nielserp. Nielserp is in my clan. Sir Nippler. Yvrain versus Sir Nippler. They had to play a shit ton of games because they had draws, and they played the game so perfectly. They are definitely tier 1 players, and I definitely deserve to get crushed by Sir Nippler, because even if I was at the top of my game, which I'm currently, I am far from it, I believe this guy would crush me. And so would Yvrain. So check out those matches, they are awesome, and please let me know your thoughts. I know that that this is very controversial, that people are hating derankers, but I'm kind of a guy of the numbers and statistics, and in those numbers it's just fine if people derank. Now we're going to open the last pack, and well, if you want to leave suggestions on how to stop deranking, I kind of always talked about it on how other games like that give weekly legendary rewards or weekly rewards. It's a totally common thing in those pay-to-win mobile games to get those people to buy stuff so they have the strongest decks, so they get the strongest weekly rewards. That's how all those games in the PvP work, so why not implement that here as well? Oh, 35 cash. I believe, like, guys, as an adventure player, this was definitely a really nice event for me. Reward wise, of course, the playing, and I got the Bandito shirt. Nice. Everything else, the playing experience was definitely not very good.
Rare is good.
Because yeah, I deranked, put in shit. Holy shit, nice! I'm getting so close, guys. Yeah, because I definitely.
You're an asshole.
What? I'm an asshole. Okay, there we go. That's the feedback I might get about the deranking. Yeah, because of course I deranked and had to play shit cards and rely on only 6 good cards in my deck. Yeah, that's not much fun in a gameplay manner. I much prefer to play some friendly matches against my teammate, which I might be doing in the future. Little shout out to Big Doza. He said he might just throw in 50 bucks and say, hey, make a little tournament clan intern on Furry Balls. So maybe you can expect some kind of content that way. Well, that's my current rank. I'm probably climbing still up, but well, I ended up, as I said, after the de-ranking process at hashtag 2000. Maybe I will stream, maybe I don't, but I'll definitely see you guys in the next video. And keep telling me in the comments, Pharaoh, you're wrong, you're a dickhead, don't derank, or Pharaoh, I agree, I did the same, and why the hell not? And that's it, Pharaoh out.